Welcome back, everybody, to some more EU4 playing as Italy. Last episode, we took out Burgundy. We took half of Brittany. This episode, we're going to need to deal with Spain again. So we're going to want to intentionally declare without having Portugal involved because, well, we gave them plenty of land last time, and I don't want to keep feeding them land because then, like I said previously, if we want to form the Holy Roman Empire, or I guess the Roman Empire, because it won't be particularly holy, be very, very contiguous, hopefully. We don't want to give Portugal a whole ton of land. I did also notice between episodes, I guess I'll show you before we get going, I thought the borders in North and South America were pretty clean. South America is clean. Like, it's pretty consistent across the board. We've got, De Prada, we've got Brazil, we've got Peru, all Portuguese colonies, and Colombia. So it's all quite a kind of, how you'd expect it. North America and the Mexican area, however, very much not the case. So we have a really small new Portugal in the middle of Portuguese Mexico. We have a couple of random Portuguese provinces that aren't technically part of anything in the way of a colony. Obviously, New Spain is crammed inside Portuguese Mexico. But then compared to what the British colony territories, this map is wild. So it all looks very similar because they all have the same colour on the map. Couple of British provinces being the exception there. However, the 13 colonies is in the place you'd expect, but it's also over here in Central America, Central Northern America, I guess. It's also here in Louisiana, but British Louisiana is mostly not in Louisiana for some reason. It's kind of all over the shop. Yeah, it looks wild. I'm glad I'm not going to have to deal with it. Anyway, we want to declare on Spain virtually immediately. I know we ended up creating our client state so we wouldn't have to deal with the African coastline, but we're probably going to have to a little bit, so I'm going to have my one stack in Egypt just wander over temporarily. The other thing we need to consider, and, well, I've already made the decision, I thought about it right before this recording started. Shun is really no longer a very useful ally for us. Because if Russia attacks them, they're probably not going to attack them directly. If they do attack Shun, they're going to have to deal with Delhi, which is not that difficult, but they're in an annoying place. It might be a more useful proposition to have the Timurids as an ally. Not just for strength reasons, but because of where they're located. Because the problem with Shun as an ally is if we both end up on Russia in some way, shape, or form, they're so far away that they're essentially impossible for us to defend. Whereas at least the Timurids are close enough where we could probably do something, and we'd only need one open border if we wanted to try and avoid Russia altogether. Not that a jam is likely to give us open borders, but theoretically it's something that could happen. So I'm going to and ah a little bit about that. I don't have to respond to it straight away. They're looking for soldiers, and I'm just going to say it's fine. The amount of soldiers they want is such a paltry amount that we gain it over the course of a month's tick. Most of our troops are pretty close to the Spanish front line because of how I negotiated last episode's war, which you should go watch if you missed the episode. It was pretty fun. So most of our units are roughly where they need to be, with the exception of any troops in Africa, but I don't think Spain's going to have a ton of troops in the African holdings they have either, so not that big a deal, I think. Other thing I should think ahead of time, do we want to get level 25 techs now? We would unlock the 3-decker, which, I mean, is just an improvement over the 2-decker, as you would expect, so it just makes... It's a better heavy ship, essentially. But I think we have so many ships compared to Spain that we're not going to have to prioritize that. We'll just get it when the year ticks over. So we don't have to pay the penalty. So I think we're good to go straight away. So let's declare war. We're not going to bring in Portugal, but Britain and Poland can certainly get involved. There's no harm with either of those guys getting involved, because they shouldn't take any land that I want. They shouldn't claim anything in here. And if they start claiming colonial territory, who cares? So I think we'll be okay. It's going to bring in the Knights, France, and Cacombs, which, I mean, they're a one province minor, so nobody cares. Same with the Knights. And France is just, well, it's an excuse to take French territory if ever I've heard one, so that works for me too. Okay, yeah, this is all perfect. So let's declare war as soon as we get our diplomat back, which is in 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and there we go. Yeah, so this should be a little bit of a cakewalk. So let's get that set up. We're already sitting on top of a couple of ships, so I'll just say goodbye very shortly. And let's go straight into Blois before Alencon or Alençon. I don't even know how to pronounce anything. I'm sure it's close enough. They're also oh, they do have quite a lot of African troops. Interesting. Okay. Well, that's good to know, and I'm glad I've caught it now. So don't go and suicide run. We're going to go halfway through. And then as soon as these two ships... Yep, there we go. We actually captured both of them. Oh, they're transport ships. Nobody cares. It's fine. Let's go save our trade stack. Should be easy enough. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 troop stacks. I don't think we're going to have to worry too much with regards to spread. It would appear that my initial expectation that most of their troops would be in the Spanish mainland is 100% wrong. So I think we're reasonably safe just to take one stack per fort. This stack doesn't have a leader on it, which is a little bit poopy. What am I at for leaders? I'm at my cap too, so I'd rather not do that. Unless is my leader, he's 54. He probably would make a good general because he has 6 points in military. But he's really good, and I'd rather not run the risk of losing him in combat, so we're just not going to. We'll just have this 50k stack mosey on down in case it has to come defend any other stacks that we don't know are going to get attacked as of yet. Meanwhile, where's this 55k stack going? Burgundian territory, I mean, it makes sense. Let's temporarily borrow them because they'll be faster at sieging than this other stack. And I'd rather try and siege these ASAP before Britain gets the chance to. Did we lose any? Oh, we actually gained a heavy. Oh, wow, we gained 8 transports and a heavy. I just have way too many transports. I don't know what I'm going to do with them all. For now, we'll have them join the other stack of transports, but we may have to downsize the number of them that we have, because it is pretty wild. So yeah, the 55k stack is coming... What direction? South. Okay, we'll keep an eye on where they're going then. Not something to imminently worry about, but we'll keep our eyes peeled. As for the Spanish fleet, where are they fleeing to? They're fleeing to Oran. Okay, so they're just going to sit in place. Okay, that's perfectly fine. I can just leave my navy where it is then. I am okay with that. Local fortification expert discovered. Well, I'll just take the high local defensiveness. Kalenberg, this is not the time. Oh! Birthplace of the Revolution, 1714. So it's roughly when I'd expect it. A philosopher from Ayr, Arthur MacGregor, has published several treatises, it says there, criticizing the inequalities in Great Britain and calling for a new social contract. Disputing the divine right of monarchs to rule as they see fit, he proclaims that sovereignty lies with the people and that ultimate power over the laws and policies of the land must lie with them. His thesis is highly popular among the middle-class entrepreneurs and literati who have taken to spreading his ideas via pamphlets that call for popular mobilization against absolute power. Already, they are winning supporters across Europe as the first sparks of revolution are born. So I'm glad it didn't happen to us. I mean, it wouldn't happen to us, we're a republic, but I'm still glad it wouldn't happen to us. So, by this point of the game, many monarchies are going to run into the problem of revolts being caused by revolutionaries. Folks that want to be a republic. Because having one random turd run everything, by this time, they've kind of worked out that that's probably not the most effective way of ruling. So, yes, we're going to see lots of nations have this problem, but typically one flares up first, and in this case it would appear to be Britain. We'll see what happens. We do need to keep our eyes peeled, because what will likely happen if they form into, like, revolutionary Britain, many nations are going to hate them and declare war on them, eventually, and obviously we're allied to them, so that could lead us into some issues as well. We'll have to keep our eyes peeled. It could be spicy either way. Speaking of spicy, they're trying to siege out the Malagan fort, and that's not going to happen. Another province converted. No, I don't mean to click that one. It's this one. 80%? Not terrible. 80% religious unity is okay, but it's still not quite where I want it to be. Okay, so Bois, we've covered. The French stack is running away. We're just going to make sure that Britain can't try and claim Chartres. And then we'll move those two stacks around a bit because, well, they're just going to sit there otherwise. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't even notice that this fight was kicking off, but that's fine with me. I just now have to find another province where my 50k stack can sit. Mercia has got enough. You know what? No. I tell a lie. We're going to go take this 50k stack over to Africa and help protect from, well, this that's going on. So I have 41,000 troops in the area. My vassal has 1,000. So let's we'll give them some more assistance, I think. I don't think that's an equation that works well for them. If somebody would be so kind as to take out that 12,000 stack of French troops, though, I would greatly appreciate it. Oh dear, revolt in Sinope. That's miles away. I don't have any troops even remotely in that area. Anyway, these mercenaries are the closest. Let's get them over. Anywhere else likely to rebel anytime soon? Ooh, okay. Well, that's not my own territory, but it is my vassals, so I guess we will stay in the area until their rebels fly. I'm not convinced they'll be able to deal with a stack of rebels. I don't know where their troops are going to be. Let's keep on converting. Where did the 10 transports go that I captured? Did they combine together? I don't even know. That's enough transports to sink a ship, so it's fine either way. There's our vassals' 22,000 troops. It'd be nice if they got back here anytime soon. Because, yeah, I am outnumbered in Africa 2-1. Although not quite as badly with Newfoundland having 28,000 troops in the area. But we're still outnumbered. Level 8 fort, level 2 fort. Can I get there first? I can, but let's get the level 8 fort dealt with, I guess. We have 50,000 troops. We have 18,000 of which are artillery and a person with 3 siege points. So it shouldn't take that long. Okay, I guess we're going to have to take out that French stack because nobody else is coming to its aid. And then what we'll likely do is take that 39k stack and we'll split it up into small chunks. And we'll use it to start carpet sieging the Spanish mainland. I don't see them doing a huge amount. We just have to pay close attention to where this 55k stack is going. And I don't know where Newfoundland's stack is going either, so I'm going to have to keep an eye on it. Because if I get too far away from it, we're both in trouble. Okay, French side dealt with. Awesome. The French stack hasn't been dealt with. So I guess we'll use our 55k stack to go and carpet siege things. So let's run it down to another province I can't pronounce. Then we'll deal with it afterwards. Oh, hang on. Siege of Madrid is over. That's not what I wanted to pause that for. So I guess we'll use you as the stack of spreading out sieging. I saw... Oh, it's only 1,000 troops. Their 1,000 troops are going to get wiped. But that's really not a big deal. I still have no idea where you're going, though. Not a clue. Dunno. Anyway, let's split this stack up. We need to do 1, 2, probably do a 3 slap. 1, 2... Spread. Spread. Do we have anything in there that's a massive stack? Nope. That looks perfectly fine. Okay. So, manage autonomous sieging. We want all of this area, all of that area. Central Spain, definitely. Okay. All those places are fine to autonomously siege right now. Someday I will get a shortcut for this button, but today is not that day. Someday. So many stacks. Okay, is that all of them? I think so. Well, we'll find out, because if none of them, if, you know, one of them doesn't move, then we'll know it's not that one. Sorry, 1,000 stack of my vassal. There's absolutely no way I'll be able to save that. Yes, you got insta-booped. Splendor! What options do we want here? So there's a load of great options in the Age of Revolutions. So we can have Liberty Desire from Subjects Development, really good at keeping your big client states in check. Napoleonic Warfare just gives you massive bonuses against forts, so you just siege things so much faster. Force marches being free is just ridiculous. It just means they move so much faster for no cost. 20% more naval engagement modifier, pretty good. Ignoring coring distance, meaning you can core things in them that are, that are essentially landlocked, so that's amazing. 20% more damage from artillery in the back row, which is very good in combat. And then Liberty Desire in same continent subjects. So all of these options are great. Now, we're not Prussia, Germany, Great Britain, Russia, or Austria, or the Holy Roman Emperor, so we don't get any of these fancy options. A little bit of a shame, albeit I don't think they're that great. Prussian Discipline's pretty good, because it just reduces how much manpower you lose. But some of the other abilities are just so good. And we're going to start with a Napoleonic Warfare. We'll probably go for the Free Force March afterwards. Probably. But we're going to gain Splendor like crazy. We have all of the options other than 2. We don't have 125% discipline, and we're never going to. Italy just doesn't really have an easy time getting there. And then controlling at least 2 origins of institutions. We should potentially be able to get that organically. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, we're going to continue being a chicken in Northern Africa for now. I have no idea where that French stack has gone, so I guess I'm just ignoring it and keeping troops near France just so they don't get an opportunity to de-siege anything. Oh, there it is. Okay, I don't care. It's miles away. If it wants to go annoy Poland, that works for me. A load of nations want military access. I'm okay with that. They have spread out adequately that I think I may well be able to take that 21k stack of troops out. Siege has completed in Navarra. We're going to go start sending another stack down to help siege out Northern Africa. We can also, at this point, because we know where most of the Spanish troops are, we should be pretty safe in our autonomous sieging to start doing this area as well. We'll keep an eye on it, though. I don't know how safe this little span of territory is, so we'll have to wait on that one. Still don't see them coming to protect. Yeah, the other stack's moving away. Oh no, now they've stopped. I don't know where that 55k stack is planning on going, but I think it's going the wrong way to protect its other group. Which for me is very happy making. We take... Okay, Sino... Yeah, Sinope, we no longer have to deal with rebels over there. Do you think Poland might be able to take this province from the Knights? I really don't want to have to go down there. Maybe our vassal will be able to do it. Yeah, it has 21 ships. Theoretically, he should be able to do it. Yeah, Spain's made a terrible mistake and split its two stacks way too far apart from each other. That'll be a stat wipe, I'm sure of it. Yep. I lost less than 2,000 men and they lost 21,000. So now we should well be able... I'm not going to go there straight away. I should be able to take this stack out if Newfoundland cooperates. Big if, because it's the AI, but that if they cooperate, we'll be fine. Of course, Newfoundland is now going the exact opposite direction to where I want them to go. Okay, I'll move away then. We would potentially still win the fight, but it'd be close. Oh, we should also get our tech update. Because we now can get production efficiency increase, get the 3-decker. Yes, it makes the ships more expensive to look after, but it gives them more morale as well. I think it's going to be a while until this gets sieged out, so I'm going to quickly run up back into Granada, and we're going to upgrade our ships. It's going to cost us nearly 3,000 gold, but I think it's a good idea. And we'll spend a month hidden in there just in case, because when you do an upgrade, it gets you put back to a whole 1%. I guess we should also... While you're sat in here, yeah, these trade ships can... Well, some of them can get upgraded, too. Do we have any other fleets docked that need to be upgraded? Yep, you do. You have 47 light ships. I don't think you even need to hide. You have 2, on the other hand, so you definitely do. Yeah, trade ships, if you upgrade them, just trade better. So usually it's still money worth spending. If we wanted to at this point, we could probably invite Portugal in, but I don't really feel the need. I might write at the end so they get put on the same truce timer, but right now I really don't need to. The British colonies are doing perfectly fine in North America as well. There are some troops coming, but I think they'll be perfectly fine. I don't know why Britain's got 27,000 troops out here in Bermuda, though. It's not even their vassals' troops, it's their troops. I also don't know why they decided to send 50,000 troops up here when the most dangerous part of the colonies is in the Caribbean. I don't know. Who knows? The AI just makes weird decisions. We know this. Ooh, no, I'll take more mercantilism. More mercantilism equals more money. Now that the 1st of June, yes, they're still massively damaged, but they're adequate for what we need. They're the rebels we were talking about. So let's get those bought for our vassal, and then we can send our group back to Georgiou. I mean, we could use... I mean, I guess we might as well. Let's get our transport fleet down to where Karasi might work. We're going to bop this stack, go back to Karasi. I guess we'll use our mercenaries to take out the knights. That way we're not burning a ton of manpower. Okay, well, at least we know, thanks to our ally, who's not involved, we know this area is safe. We can... If we can find somebody that's not moving, perfect. We can add this territory to the list of things we can automatically siege. France wants to peace out. In terms of price, I'm guessing I can't take all three. That would be correct. Only just, though. So he only just can't take the 3 provinces. I don't have anything in that state yet, so I guess taking Blois and Chartres is the way to go. Although Chartres is in the It's in the Holy Roman Empire, which means he's going to demand it. We're going to say no, and they're going to hate us for it. I guess, oh well, right? Okay, that works. We'll get those 2 provinces, add them to the list. Our overextension is at 96%, so we should probably keep a stack here just in case. Yeah, that's a lot of unrest. So we'll keep our 39k stack right where it is. Yes, France is now a 1 province minor. How adorable. Where's the big Spanish stack? There it is. It's still not really doing anything, though. I can't believe they spent all this time doing nothing with about 1/3 of their entire troop stack. And 3 sieges completed at roughly the same time. Neat. I don't really need them out here. Also, what is our vassal doing? I'll tell you what they're doing, being stupid. And I do not want to go out there with heavily damaged ships. The Toledo stack we can just send back to Rome, just so it doesn't get attrition too heavily. 45k stack. I'm going to have that run up to Brittany. 34k stack doesn't have a military leader, but it's going to go over to Georgiou, because that is where I was going to send our mercenaries, but obviously they're going to be quite busy for a little bit, so they're not going to do that. What is our governing capacity? Okay, still we're way within it. So we can state a few new places and not be completely stuck. They're still, okay, they're finally going to try and siege something out at least. That's something that they're trying to do. We'll wander over there shortly. We're going to try and get at least one of these to complete siege first. Wow, we failed our, what, 63 and 41% rolls or whatever it was. It was something similar to that. More conversions. We're back down to 79% because of the 2 French provinces we took, but it's fine. We'll get it back up there. Okay, so finally, a province got sieged out. So we can take 2 stacks over, and we can bop. We can do some bopping. Oh, all 3 of them are now. Okay, well that works for me. We're not even going to wait. We need to go because it's only a level 2 fort. So we'll just get moving. Get shaking and baking. We're going to keep our 55k stack in place, because when we take some land from Spain, we're going to need some troops over here. This 32k stack can go into where Burgundy was, because I'm sure we're going to get more rebellions from there. Okay, this is going pretty well. Pretty smooth. Really, we're just playing the do we want to bop the Knights game. I might not even bother. We're at 51% war score already. May not be worth doing. I'm also tempted to now bring Portugal in. There's an 18k stack of separatists there. I'll have to keep an eye on that, because they will potentially break everything. Oh, and even the Poles and the Platinum are now here in Africa. Ah, they completed the siege in time. That's annoying, because I'm now going to get the penalty, and the crossing penalty too. That's unfortunate. We're still going to win, because they don't have anywhere near enough infantry. Their composition is very lacking. No. Anybody that's trying to do that, please don't do that. We'll take the stack that's the furthest behind and start de-sieging. I don't know where they plan on going. Maybe over to this one province they've taken. I don't know. Maybe they'll go into Africa. Oh, I don't want to lose stability. We'll lose a load of money instead. And the rebels did move. Okay. Poland, could you come in and bop them for me, please? It doesn't make a lot of sense for me to waste time dealing with that. Thank you, they are. That's nice of them. And if any of my automated stacks would like to automated siege the province of Oran, that would be pretty good, I would say. Please. Did I just forget to put it on the list or something? Like, what is going on? Okay, it is in that list, it just didn't do it. So you're going to go over there manually and do it. Won the siege of Kef. We should be able to bop that. And we'll take the other 50k stack over and just get Trabler or Trables desieged. I have no idea how to pronounce that. I know that's probably really surprising. Do we even want to bother with the knights at this point? I guess we should. Get on the ship. I don't even know which sea we're meant to approach you from. I think it's from the Gulf of... Yeah, it is. Gulf of Satalia. Or Satalia. I'm pretty sure it's Satalia. Satalia. Natalie. Natalie C. I don't know. Oh, we're under attack. Probably because we've finally completed the siege on that one province on the coastline where all of their ships were. Yep, that's exactly what it is. Oh, we didn't even bother to do it. It was done by our client state. Well, that works for me. Speaking of, clearly we're not going to feed this land to ourselves because it's in a very inconvenient place for us to handle. So we are going to give it to our client state. Do I need any of this land to form Rome, theoretically? No. So I'm completely fine to just say, hey, you want this, you can have it. But I'm going to... Do I want to do it after the war? Because then it'll make them happier with me. Or do I just want to do it now? There's pros and cons to both. Well, the Barbary Coast, I'm just going to say they can by default. Because they've already tried to claim it. And then I can just keep the rest and feed it to them as like a bonus, which they'll like. Even though it's the same net effect, the AI thinks it's us giving a gift. Ooh, we got 6 free ships. And only one of them was a transport. Oh, that's why I didn't know where the transports were. They're still in the stack. That would explain a lot. Get out of the way. As for these two, go... Protect trade in... Oh, I don't know. Constantinople, maybe? Sure. I'm going to suggest you hide at war, though, because there's only 2 of you. And as for our 129 remaining ships, do they even need to do anything? Oh, they're running away. The Spanish army is just fleeing. I don't think our fleet needs to really do much of anything at this point. I mean, we can sit in the Canaries and just be generally annoying if we want to. If we're going to do that, we should probably hide our stack first and give it some healing. I can't believe we're only at 56% war score. Why is the war score so low? Okay, so we're essentially 64% against Spain itself. The one province minor here is going to be partly the reason. I think this is the time to say, hey, Portugal, do you want to get involved? Again, it'll keep them on the same peace treaty cooldown, so they won't be able to attack Spain independently from us. I think that's a good use of resources. I also don't think they have anywhere else they need to... Okay, they're coming down here. I didn't even know Spain had provinces down here. I'm sure I've mentioned them before, but I did not remember. I also don't really see the point in them going down there. So, let's grab all of our small stacks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And you're just going to reform in Girona. And we'll deal with them afterwards. Another province converted. We're back up to 80%, I see. It's not too bad. Well, episode's overrunning as well. We've just bopped the stack of troops for the night. We'll tidy up the rest of this, I think, next episode. So hopefully you come see the partition of Spain. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you have. Have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye now. Thank you for watching the video, and if you'd like to see more, feel free to stick around.